Hey guys, so I was gonna post this like day before yesterday, but the video that I recorded decided to epically fail like nobody's business. Like, somehow the video had gotten stuck on this one frame and it had ended up being like 9 hours of just like literally this one frame. It was really bizarre, and it's some sort of technology fail or something, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. Ugh. But anyway, me and a few of my friends were watching the live stream thing of the Harry Potter premiere in the UK. And I mean obviously I knew that this was going to be the last film of the series, but I really hadn't given it much thought until now. So, I mean, I don't even know where to start talking about this and stuff. There was some sort of dust or something in there. But yeah, anyway, I hadn't given much thought to the fact that this is the last film of the series. I mean, I'm glad they broke it up into 2 parts, which I think it'll make it that much better. But whenever they were playing the little preview type things or whatever they were called, like little clips from all the movies and images from all 8 movies and stuff, it was kind of like my life flashing in front of my eyes, kind of, you know. I mean, the first book came out when it was released in the US in 97 or 98, I believe. I think it was 97 in the UK and then 98 here. But when the book first came out, I don't think anybody even thought about the fact that it might be a movie at some point. Excuse me. I don't think anybody thought about the fact that it was going to be a movie at some point, let alone a theme park, let alone having its own musical, you know. And I mean, I know I was like 7 or 8 at the time, but I don't think I saw or anybody else saw necessarily what a big phenomenon this was going to become. I mean, this is like my generation's version of the Lord of the Rings. I mean, I think it's at that level, I guess. I don't know. Maybe Lord of the Rings was so big to me because my parents had always introduced it to me like at a young age, and I was already obsessed with it, so. Oh, excuse me. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just really weird to think about the fact that this series is like coming to a close, you know, because it's people around my age have grown up with this, and I mean, we're gonna be passing it down to our kids and whatnot. I don't necessarily think Harry Potter is gonna fade by any means, but it's just bizarre to think that there aren't going to be any more midnight showings, the books are already all out, you know. I mean, there aren't going to be any more midnight showings of Harry Potter. There aren't going to be any more, like, crazy releases where the bookstores are packed and, like, the lines are insane. You know. I don't know. I mean, the phenomenon might die down a little bit, but I don't know. I mean, I've never been to LeakyCon, and unfortunately I won't be able to make it this year, but I've heard that LeakyCon this year is going to be the biggest yet because of the fact that the last movie is coming out this year, you know, so I think that, I don't know, it's just crazy to think that this is basically it for epic moviness and Harry Potter creating. You know, it's all set in stone at this point. You know, I don't know. But, it's kind of just really bittersweet, and watching the live broadcast of the premiere was just crazy, because especially at the end, when the Trinity and J.K. Rowling and the director and I think one of the producers, they were all like, at least J.K. Rowling and the Trinity were like crying, and I mean, I didn't think I would get emotional about the fact that this was the last movie, but in reality I kind of am. But I'm saying but too much and like too much. Having these films in these books and whatever, like the films, the books, the soundtracks, the Harry Potter anything is gonna be there for my kids to enjoy, or like the next generation to enjoy, you know, so it's just insane that it's this whole long thing over the last 10, 15 years is like coming to an end, you know? But yeah, anyway, it just, the whole thing has made me think about, about my childhood, I guess, in a sense. I haven't really necessarily been, like, quite as, I've never been to, like, a Harry Potter themed party, or when I was a kid, me and my friends never really talked about it necessarily. It's just always something me and my parents have talked about a lot, you know? And me and my parents always went to the midnight showings, you know? Mainly because when I was younger, like 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade, I went to a Baptist school, and all the teachers were like, "Ah, Harry Potter's evil," and we just never talked about it in school. I don't recall what the other parents thought of Harry Potter or anything. I'm sure a couple of them thought like, "Oh my God, it's evil," whatever. But yeah, it was always just a thing that like a family thing, you know, just me and my parentals kind of thing. And, I don't know. as a kid, I always loved to read. Like, I remember first grade when I first started reading, we had like this little textbook that I think I might have it still somewhere, like in a box or something. It was like maybe 30 pages or something with 10 or 15 stories or something like that. I remember, like, the book was supposed to take us all year to get through, but I had finished it within the first, within the first quarter of the year, I think, from what my parents told me. I mean, I don't remember finishing it that fast, but, I mean, as a kid, I always loved to read, and, yeah. And in first, second grade, I loved math, but now, like, I'm polar opposite with that. Oh, I need to stop yawning. But, I think Harry Potter really encouraged me to keep reading, and I think it really encouraged a lot of other kids my age, and maybe the younger kids now, to encourage them to read and stuff, because it's just a lot of fun to read, you know. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily like college level material reading, but it's definitely entertaining and a really good read. It's something that would really catch any reader's attention at any age, you know. And I mean, I've only read each book like once, but I need to read them again. I can just remember reading them and being able to escape from like any issues I had at that time. So it was also I remember being able to just escape whenever I was reading the books, you know. Like I said, I mean, some people know this, some people don't, but I remember, like, book 4, I think it was book 4, I remember when it first came out, I remember just sitting and reading the entire book within, like, 2 days, you know, so, I don't know. I'm just kind of sad that the whole thing is ending in a sense, so, yeah. Anyway, I will talk to you all later. Bye.